Greetings. Greetings. This is MaSunGoddess777. MaSunGoddess777 out here about my favorite nature object is the tree. I decided not to be inside today doing my live. See? Greetings. It's a lot going on. How everybody making out? What y'all think about them Epstein files? I told y'all. I tried to tell you that mostly all of those people are on that list, no matter what party. It's like that Kanye video where they was all in bed together, honey. It's all a game. Let me put this out. Greetings. I got a break. I'm only gonna be up here a few minutes. Not gonna be up here long at all. Not long at all. I'm down here grounded. If you see my feet, I'm barefooted out here by the tree. I've been doing this forever. So I gotta I'm always being watched. Like I said, I have to get my nature spots in and wherever I Okay. Back in effects. Yeah, I'm out here grounding. Greetings. Did anybody see a few days ago that came out, those Trinidadian fishermen on the boat that was blown up by the administration? And those families are suing because they said they were like fishermen trying to take care of their family. There wasn't any type of drug lords and all this kind of stuff. There was just regular people trying to fish and take care of their families. Come on in. This is MaSunGoddess777. We outside today by the tree grounding. And what do anybody think about Trevor being targeted? He might be sued by Trump. Oh, well, thank you. Well, I am so glad that you feel that way. Oh, thank you. And same to you, honey. Same to you. My eyes running a little bit, but I'm out here. I'm not crying. They always do that. But yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And bliss to you. Just out here talking. I'm always inside, so I decided to come out by the tree. I'm out here grounding. I got my shoes off. I'm out here grounding by this tree and getting all this energy. You know, getting all this. That's what I have to do to stay balanced, stay focused, and keep my. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm not crying. My eyes are. I'm a water sign. My eyes are always watery. I am fine. I'm just grounded. I'm fine. I do this all the time. I've been doing this since I was a child. I'm a tree person. I'm by this big tree, and I'm just out here grounded. I'm fine, and thank you for asking. I'm okay. I'm just out here grounding, getting all that energy out of me and getting the energy of the earth. You know that grounding helps you, and they say scientifically it helps it helps your organs and your body and your blood pressure and all that good stuff. But I just do it. It's a natural high for me. Who? Not well. I mean, we all collectively doing the same. Well, what's happening in my life? My life these days is pretty much, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's pretty peaceful because I make it that way. I don't have a lot of drama going on. You know, in past times, I wasn't at rest on the inside, so I would have a lot. I don't have a lot going on, and I stay to myself. I'm not as sociable as I used to be. So when you kind of keep your circle small, you can kind of, you can kind of control what goes on. I don't have a lot going on as far as, negative things. Let's see, do I got any tea? Let's see. That's what y'all like. So look, let me think. What tea do I have about myself? Well, I discovered that my communication is not as good as I thought it was. Like I thought I was like top tier, and my communication was affected, but I'm learning that I can get better. So I've been practicing on mediating better, speaking more effectively and not demanding, with the people that I do deal with in my small circle. Oh yeah, I be thankful a lot. I've been thankful. Yeah, I've been just grateful. No, don't worry about me. I've been out the grid. I've been in hermit mode, really working on myself is what I've been doing. I've been working on myself, working on more healing, more transformation, learning to let things go, and learning to realize that sometimes in this life you're not gonna get an apology, you're not gonna get a thank you, and you're not gonna get a I appreciate you and I'm sorry for what I did. You gotta tell yourself that, and you're not gonna get a savior. You gotta be your own savior. I've just been working on myself, holding myself accountable, trying to practice what I'm preaching. Thank you. Okay, I want the same for you too, honey. Yeah, I'm blessed though. I don't have a lot of drama going on because I've cleared out my closet. I've taken accountability, and I mirror myself with things I see going on. I just mirror myself and try to work on me. That's what I've been doing a lot of. Because before I can get out here and save, that's what happens a lot. I see. I've seen it all through my life where these people, they get out here and they help the community, they feed the poor and the homeless and all these other people, and and not just church people, but I grew up in church. They help everybody else, but we're at home, they don't get along with their family. They don't get along with their children. They don't know how to communicate with other people in the household. The people that's closest to you, and that's not good. So I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to make sure I got home right first before I actually really, because I could have been like on that famous trail of being known for this and being known for that. But I want to make sure I'm known for things of integrity, for things that's building and not destroying and tearing things down. So I had to walk away for some contracts, and I had to renege on some stuff, and I had to do some transformation. What is it? Life, death, rebirth, and transformations of myself. The caterpillar to the butterfly type effect. Yep, and I appreciate all of that. But I'm great. I've been going, like I said, I've been going within and doing a lot of work on me. Basically that's what I've been doing. I'm grateful for the time to be able to work on myself and being able to walk it like I talk it. I've been having to deal with a lot of Saturnian energy, a lot of Mars energy, and I needed that because I was in my comfort zone, where I was. I changed my location, but like I said, it has taught me to actually, I had to be able to know when to not cross boundaries and not let people cross boundaries, and how to, to say no and to speak my voice. I found my voice even more. Being able to use less words, being able to speak with power and being calm. I've learned to be more calm and not excited, and speaking and saying no and saying what I need to say without burning down bridges and burning down the house. Being able to walk away without, you know, destroying. You know, a lot of times when we walk away from things, or when we have a conversation, when we end in things, we have a tendency to have been programmed that we got to burn the bridges or tear the house down. But you can walk away in peace. That I see that this is not a good time to talk about the situation, so we can revisit this at another. I'm learning to communicate more effectively. I'm learning to have unconditional love for myself and others. I'm learning to get into that Aquarius energy even more, of the collective, of the brother man. Like even in situations with all the people that's the ice and all of that. Like I could say in one voice, well, you know, some of them are very good people. They hardworking people. Some of them are assholes. It's like in any community. But then at the same time, a lot of these countries, the U.S. has went over there and did things to these people countries. Now we got to think about that. A lot of these countries and the people that's here, the U.S. has went over there and destroyed their resources and stuff. Now I'm not saying that means that they supposed to come here and just. So I'm back, people, but I got to get from out here. But yeah, I'm just learning to be a better version of me, a better version of myself. Like I said, learning to practice what I preach, walk it like I talk it, and looking at things, the bigger picture of things, not just thinking about me, myself, and I. That's the mindset we all should be in at this time. A collective mindset, what affects one affects the other. I look at the relationships of the celebrities and just, I'm like, Lord, these I don't think we should ever follow any celebrities. We did y'all know the guy, the artist from back in the day, John B, the R&B singer? Do you realize he been in a 360 deal for 30 years, signed under Babyface? Look it up. He's been on a 360. This man is 50 years old when he just recently started making his own money. His songs have went platinum. He done wrote songs with Tupac. He done wrote songs for Luther Vandross. Sorry, all this. He would get out and start doing that now. Anyway, he done wrote songs for Luther Vandross. Look, all this time now he been sitting in that truck fussing with somebody. Then he gonna get out and do the leaf blowing. But anyway, all the money that he's made has been for. He said if he got a bottle of water, he would have to. That would be the record industry paying back. They're dead. Can you believe these deals that these people, Babyface, of all the people, we thinking, oh, it's the oppressor, it's the people that, you know, the other race of people, white people or whatever. I'm gonna say it, but it be people that look like us too that be doing the bull. It's not a color thing. It's not a color thing. And somebody was saying it today. Those rich people, it's not the immigrants. It's not the black, the white, the da-da-da. It's those wealthy people that's the ones that should be, that's weird in a class of their own. They are the ones doing all the stuff. They are the ones that doing all this diabolical stuff, like somebody said you don't even see in a horror movie. As much as the government helped the people coming over here, those rich people are dangerous. When people get a lot of money and they ain't got the right mindset, or they nepo babies and have grown up in all that wealth and stuff, these are some sick motherfuckers. I gotta get out of here. It's raining. You see it's raining out here. But yeah, those are some sick motherfuckers. We have to be very careful of letting them pit us against each other based off of, they coming to this country taking everything from us, or they skin color, this and that, and all these wars, and they the main ones profiting. These billionaire CEOs that's cutting off our health insurance, and they the ones with that pen that's doing all this bullshit, you know? Those are the people we need to stay focused on, not. It looked like he would cut. I'm glad it started raining. I'm so glad. I'm so glad today that it's raining. Let's see how long he's gonna blow that leaf. With the rain coming down like that. Yep, I knew it was gonna go off soon. It's don't stop now because it is pouring down out here. Car. I don't want to go back in the house. I just gotta find my keys. This idiot is still working. Lord, where are my keys? Well, y'all see me outside, not just sitting in one spot. At least I'm moving around. Man, I think at least look, I don't gotta worry about my hair messing up. Trying to find them, and I can't. What do I do with the keys? This is bad. I know I got them. Did I leave them in the house? No. We're not just sitting there looking at me. I'm wet. I'm wet. We're not just sitting in there online. We moving around. I be doing stuff. Oh, you see me? Wipe my face. Okay. The hair got a little wet, but it's all right. The hair got wet. It's all right. Okay, but yeah, that's the problem. It's them billionaire, millionaires, those sickos that's doing. They so bored. They doing all this weird stuff and just trying to hurt the regular people. You know what I'm saying? As bad as we think it is, what somebody is. Those people were allowed and invited here. You know. I'm not saying it's okay. Yeah, it need to be cleaned up. It need to be cleared up. It needs to be some control. It's bad how they really taught them to they brainwashed them to come over here and shit on Americans. This government, those people that's up there now talking about some you know, let's not those people that's defending them, it's only for their own benefit. They don't care about the immigrants or whatever. They only want them here to vote them in the office so they can do their diabolical shit. Just like the other side. They all have their own agenda. They don't care about nobody. They don't care about nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's not about helping the immigrants. It's not about helping no white people. It's about divide and conquer so that they can keep on staying at the top of the pyramid and have us pitted against each other on this bullshit and stuff. That's what it's about. That's what it's all about. Yep. Yeah, and if you don't see me, I'm fine, honey. I'm connected to my ancestors that love me unconditionally. Big Mama, righteous Father, the Son, Daughter, Earth. I'm connected. Like I was just out there grounding, so I'm good to go. Oh, I'm a chef. I did something I'm gonna put it up here. What I did. I'm gonna do a video on that, but I'll probably do another channel. I'm probably gonna do a cooking channel, but I'm gonna just keep this as a channel where I talk about spirituality. It said I'm just working the best to your praying. Thank you. Okay. What's happening? But what's happening with me? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Working on me. It be stuff, but it don't be nothing real. I've been through so much. Now we can talk about some stuff I've been through. I've been through the family. I've been through a lot of things like the family dynamics of the black sheep, and the relationship drama, like what, not similar to what these people going through on these. I'm not gonna deal with certain stuff. Now you got a lot of babies and stuff like that. It take one baby for me to be gone. Then I find out about it. One baby, and I find out you have an unprotected sex. It's a wrap. Cause the HIV epidemic been bad for a long time, and I used to go around and help them set up pop-up clinics to test people for the herpes, AIDS, and syphilis. We would do little pop-up clinics in the communities that were disadvantaged. So I've been on to that. I don't play. Like, if you dating, it's for a long time. Even when I was like in a serious relationship, I'd be like, we got to go to the clinic. We got to go get tested. We got to go figure out what's going on. Like, if nothing won't even go, I don't trust people. Even if I'm in a relationship, even if I'm married or whatever, we got to get tested. That's what people should be doing when they date now. When you go dating somebody, y'all first date, whatever, before you even do anything, you should be to somewhere to get tested. Y'all should talk about stuff like that and get tested a couple of times, because them tests can be false positives and all kind of stuff. So you should be really taking your time to be concerned about your health. You don't just meet somebody. They promoted that through the propaganda of the media and stuff, where you just jump off and meet somebody. Now, that happens in life. People ain't perfect. So, back in the day, they used to do that. You meet up, one night stand, blah, blah, blah. You can't do that now. If you do that now, you're going to wake up with not just something you can go to the doctor and get rid of. More than likely, you're going to wake up with some mess you're going to die with. So you got to be thinking like, okay, why do they want us to be doing all this stuff, like meeting people and just having relations and sex and this one and that one and this? This a propaganda. They doing this to harvest your energy, to keep their system going. That's what it is. And to make you sick.
Hey, homeowners, selling your house can get pretty exhausting.
And dependent on medications.
Life happens, and you don't need more hassle. You can sell.
But yeah, so that's what is to it to that. And just been chilling and working on myself, trying to do what I need to do in the location that I'm in, so I can move on and go on to the next phase. Now it's gonna stop raining, and he done got back in that car. It's gonna start raining now. Since I got in this car, it's gonna start raining. Yeah. So I guess it's pretty boring. I guess it is. I need to start doing some shorts and different stuff, and joke, and just doing some exciting stuff, because it do get boring just sitting here listening to somebody talk. And it is, it's like I said, around me is peaceful. It was a lot of, boy, I would have went viral when it was a lot of drama going on. If I would have been I need to have been streaming that. I should have been streaming that shit. But yeah, it's pretty peaceful, and I'm grateful for that. Now, and I'm really gross. It used to be a lot of drama going on in my life. I'm telling you, it'd be some drama all the time. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty laid back and chilled and peaceful on the inside. So I'm thinking, what else do I want to talk about? Let's see. Yeah, that's sad about those Trinidadian fishermen they blew up that ship and tried to make it seem like it was drug lords and all that, and they violated the maritime law. They are suing the U.S. government for that. Those families are suing the U.S. government for those guys, those Trinidadian. You would think that Nicki Minaj would have something to say about that, but I guess she doing it seemed like a humiliation ritual to me too. And maybe this is who she really is. Maybe she was just on board with the LGBTQ because it was, what it paid. And that group of people really do support the people that they follow. That's why Barack Obama was actually trying to get their laws passed, because they didn't just vote. They didn't just help. We did too, just a lot of the and melanated community helped him get in, but the LGBTQ, they made sure that they put money behind it, and they made sure that Barack Obama passed their laws and stuff. So, that community is very proactive about Not just, because a lot of times when we get somebody elected, we cheering like, yes, we got them in there. But you got to make sure that they're going to do what they say they're going to do also, not just that they're elected. It's not a victory just for them to be elected officials. The victory is in when they delegate the laws and the legislature that you want them to legislate, and that they promise you that they will legislate when you voted them in. So, yeah, maybe Nicki Minaj was just trying to get a payday with with that community. She really wasn't, because a lot of those women from those countries like Trinidad, Jamaica, and Africa, they're very male centered. They believe in, like, it's very, they have a very, when they come here, even Cardi B, she's from the DR, so they very male centered. They're taught to, like, you know uh they're not like the American women. It's different. They taught to, like, worship the men, and whatever the man say goes, and they put up with a lot of abuse in those places, and a lot of oppression and stuff like that. Kind of like over in the Middle East and stuff like that. They put up with a lot of oppression, and the men, even in some of those countries, I'm finding out, like those Samoans and the over there in those some of those countries, they allow them to marry those religious groups. They marry their brothers and sisters and cousins and have babies, and a lot of them are actually retarded and mentally deficient from being inbred like that. But the women still go along with it. So you have to really be careful when you're following these celebrities and worshiping these celebrities, because a lot of them didn't even grow up where you grew up, don't even believe the same things you believe in. Y'all don't even come from the same culture. You think it's weird what they're doing, but that's how they talk. You know what I'm saying? Even Rihanna, she's from Barbados, so they really male centered. I like Rihanna. I think Rihanna is very outspoken and stuff like that, but at the core, and I like how she is about her home country. I don't think she would ever do what we see old girl doing with Trump, which I can't judge it, because I don't worship them people anyway. So I wouldn't care if Nicki Minaj married Trump. I wouldn't give a shit, because I don't worship celebrities like that anyway. I just like their music or their art, whatever they do, the movies or whatever. But those people have to do those rituals. They have to be in a certain society to actually get to a certain point of making a certain amount of money, and they want to run around and talk about, oh, Dave Chappelle didn't sell out. Well, Dave Chappelle had to sell out, because look at him now. That don't even seem like the same guy that I remember from back in the day. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but all those people are working for the government. Those celebrities are puppets for the government. They're not nobody you should be worshiping. And we have a better life than they have. Even though you thinking like, oh, my life is, they don't have money. Don't you know John B., the R&B singer, as talented as he is, he's half Jewish and half, he's Polish, or so. He's like half Jewish and half Polish or something like that. But it's Jewish, it's a religion. But anyway, John B. worked for Babyface and was signed by Babyface for 30 years. He just started making his own money at 50. He was in a 30-year contract. So we be thinking like, oh, it's the man, the white people. No, these are people that's melanated that's doing this to these people too. It's not a color thing. It's about them dangerous, rich, wealthy people. Those Nepo babies, those people like Bill Gates, those billionaires, all them people, even the people with the millions of dollars, they are a very weird class. And they do a lot of diabolical things. They do a lot of evil things. And they have us pitted against each other. Like, it's bad how they even teach the people to come to this country and disrespect us. The people that's from here, they are the ones that actually tell them, when you go over there, stay away from those people, stay away from those African Americans, stay away from this group and that group, and they're lazy, they don't belong here, they're slaves. They the ones that they did the same shit with the Cabbage Patch Babies, with them children coming here on orphan trains that they put on our people. They put them little monsters on our people, the indigenous people that own the lands. When they came, they taught them kids, even though our people is good-hearted, they good-hearted to other people, but sometimes they mean to not all the time. Our people are good-hearted when it comes to other cultures a lot of times, but when it comes to our own people, we can't stand each other. We'll treat people on the outside better a lot of times than we treat our own people at home. And I've seen it myself growing up and stuff, how they go to the churches and they so loving and they the favorite to the pastor. Oh, the pastor get all the damn the delectable foods and drink, and the pastor get all the damn worship and the love and the care and the humility. But when they get home, they act like the devil. So that's how some of our people are. They don't treat each other right, but they worship people of other races and treat other people so well, and that needs to stop. That needs to stop here and now. So yeah, getting back to what I was talking about, which I done totally forgot what I was saying. I done totally, but John B, yeah, I was saying that our people, that look, it's about the people having the money. You can't go by skin color. Nicki Minaj and them people, they think they had a $30 million, $80 million status. They're not like us. They are being sold, bought, and paid for. Those people don't give a fuck about. We are their enemy. They've been taught to influence us. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and them people been taught to spread propaganda. Not all of them. Even the ones you think Kendrick Lamar is. Oh, Kendrick Lamar is for the. Well, all them awards that he got and all that, you can. It don't matter how good you is in the industry or Hollywood. You can be. It's people right now that was better than all the people that they done put up on them awards and stuff, and they didn't do them rituals, and they didn't sell out, and they ain't getting no kind of recognition or money. And some of them that we think, if they don't do what they supposed to do as far as selling out and rituals and they'll take their money. They'll put a hold on their money like they did Kanye. You see how he went from being a billionaire overnight to being only having like half of that. He went from $1 billion to having a few million overnight because he said the wrong thing about the wrong people. That's how that game works, And now we see him going on an apology campaign because they probably threatening him like, if you don't spend the rest of your life apologizing to us, we are going to come for your kids. And that'll break you right there. Most people, when they see that they got their kids is gonna be attacked by that group or whoever it is, the EBT CIA or the Illuminati whatever, they're gonna break and say, "Oh, I surrender." You know what I'm saying? Because what that lady Roseanne said, she said they come in those brown suits. When they come to you in them brown suits, you got something on your hands. Yep. So yeah. I am about to go now. I have some things to do. So I will get with y'all later. We're going to be doing more. Yeah, I'm not going to be so boring sitting up here talking all the time. We're going to be doing activities and making it more exciting because it is kind of boring just I'm always inside talking up here and stuff. So yeah. We're going to get with it and start doing more things. And I am going to add another channel. I'm probably going to add it like sooner than later. Yep. Well, everybody, this has been MaSunGoddess777. Y'all have a wonderful day. I send you unconditional love, healing, balance, wholeness, and oneness. And to think about not just yourself, but think about others, but also have boundaries. And have your discernment. Go within. If you connect with nature and you start getting to yourself, to really be able to know yourself, you got to spend time alone. You don't have to be lonely, but you have to spend time alone getting to know yourself and working on yourself and healing yourself and going in nature, but going within, really going within. That's when you go within, you sitting and meditating and being still on the inside, doing your breathing exercises and all those different things. I'm trying to think, have I talked about, is there anything else I need to talk about? Oh, yeah, like I said, all them people coming up on them Epstein files, honey. All them people, look at Kanye video. It's a video Kanye has about all them people in the same bed. Whether they Democrat, Republican, celebrity, they all in them files. And everybody's not in there because they did something to a child. But a lot of them are. Like Russell Wilson, maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just, some of those people's names are just up there. And they haven't done nothing. But a lot of them people, it's a few of them that's up there that's innocent. But a lot of them people that's up there, They been playing in the damn lollipops and the hot dogs and the pizza gate and all that. All of them. So they got a little game going on with us. They like, oh, this person is on the Epstein. Years ago, we knew that Beyonce and all them black people and those white folks and all them was up there. I knew it a long time ago. I knew it. It's no surprise to me. And he was a spy, so he had to get these people on there. He probably still alive. He probably sitting back over there in Israel laughing at these motherfuckers because he's a spy. The honeypot to get him with the little young girls and the little. And why don't they talk about the boys? See, this is what really pissed me off is how they always talking about, oh, the little girls and the women. It's a lot of boys and men that has been touched and stuff and all that. What about the hot dogs, the $60,000 worth of hot dog at the White House when Obama was in office? So it's a lot of little boys that's been harmed. They don't talk about the boys, but it should be talked about. It should be talked about. You know, they just look over that. I don't understand that. Because men, they act like men. Men are really sensitive. Men are really sensitive. And these men, they really, when you look at these men, a lot of these gay men, a lot of these men that's like hate women, and a lot of these men that got all these issues and shit, now they old. Some of them even young, and some of them old, and some of them is influenced our young men about how to deal with women and on this weird shit on these manospheres and all this and that. And all these leaders that they look up to, these are some fucked up men. Like I tell the men that are younger men that I know, stop following these damn homosexual, women hating men that's telling you how to deal with these women, because they really don't know what they fucking talking about. They hate their mothers, and it might not even be their mother. They hate women because of how they've been treated. That's why when you women with sons, y'all gotta be careful. Y'all gotta be real careful. You gotta be careful raising your girls too. But y'all gotta be real careful with them sons, because I done sat back and I've observed, and it has really taught me how fragile men can be, and how they are, and how sensitive they are, and how pain really stays with them. They don't let it go like we let it go. They don't know how to keep on going, and you know, like they can, but it take a lot of work for them to let that pain go. Y'all women with sons, y'all need to be very careful, because most of the guys that I hear that's bitter and that's gay and that's hateful and all this mental issues and all, it go back to when they were little. It go back to their mothers, and it go back to whatever caregiver they had that was raised, whether it was their mother, the aunt, or whatever, older sister. It go back to that. And these be some monsters, and just they broken, they split, like that movie Split, Mr. Glass. It be some broken men out here just from what they went through with their first introduction to a woman in the world. The one might have been the woman that carried them in the womb. It might have been the woman that, you know, the caregiver that took on the space because the mother wasn't able to be there, be it that she died, passed away, or the mother might have been on drugs, or the mother might have been unfit or had mental issues. But it go back to the first woman that they was introduced to. And I'm trying to figure out, like, we don't hold women accountable for this stuff. Women are not held accountable to the level that they should be, as far as the damage that they do when they're raising men. Even the girls. If I hadn't done a lot of work on myself, I would be a problem right now to some. If I would have even been here, had I not got somewhere and sat down and started healing and working on myself from the things I experienced in childhood and the trauma, I would be something else to deal with for myself, fighting my demon, not fighting the demons and not winning. And I would be something to deal with other people too, in society and my relationships, even for my own children. I would be hell to deal with had I not got somewhere and decided that, listen, okay, it was not right what happened to me. It was not right what they've done to me. And it's been more than one like they was coming as a child, they was coming against me in groups. And now when I look at a Cedar Duke of Tears content, I'm like, these motherfuckers were working. And they was working for free because they sure didn't get paid good for it. They was agents. These motherfuckers, it be agents in your own family that sent and assigned for you And I ain't even fuck the money. Fuck the money. Yeah, whatever. If you need it in this old fake matrix or whatever, whatever. We are the currency. Fuck all that. I'm talking about spiritually. It's been times when I had materialistic stuff, but I was all torn up on the inside and I was all fucked up. So I'm talking about they don't want you to make it to this journey of figuring out your purpose. Fuck all that. Oh, I got $1 million, so I'm better than you. I got 30 million. Motherfuckers can have all the gold and all the money in the world and not be shit. And they soul ain't about shit. They ain't. I mean, come on. After a while, you get to you can. After a while, you buy enough cars, you're gonna get tired of buying cars. You can go and buy any car that you want. You're gonna get tired. That's gonna be boring to you. Oh, I can buy me a Lamborghini today. Then I'm gonna buy me a G wagon tomorrow. Then I can buy me a boat. Then I can buy me a private jet. I'm gonna buy a mansion in on the coast of Italy, and then I'm gonna go and buy a house. I'm gonna buy a house, but you can't buy the land sometimes. But if you got enough money, you could. In this world, people will do anything for money. After a while, you're gonna get tired of shopping. You're gonna get tired of buying what you want. The money gonna get bored to you. You ain't done no work on the inside. You gonna get all into this weird shit. All this weird, going on the dark web and trying to find out what it is. What is my what you call it, fetish. That's how they get into all this weird shit, because they bored. And that's why they get into all this debauchery stuff. And they do stuff that we don't even imagine because they're all fucked up inside in the head. And a fool with his money. A fool with money that don't even belong to you. For you to be a billionaire and have so many millions, you don't have to do some treacherous stuff to even get there, So I'm just saying, a fool and his money will soon depart. So you can't take it with you when you leave. And when you leave this dimension, that ain't the end either. That's not the end of it. When you leave here, you still gonna have your consciousness. You still gonna have that personality. You're not gonna be. What you do here? You think, oh, once I die, oh fuck that, it's over with. That's just the fucking beginning. You might leave this realm, but you move on to other realms and other places once you leave this realm right here in this avatar. Your consciousness is still existent. So don't think this is it right here. So, But yeah, these women with these sons and even the daughters, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. I look at whatchamacallit. She said that her grandson didn't want her to go to the funeral of her daughter that passed. I think that's maybe forgive me if I'm wrong, but the second daughter that's passed. And this is my opinion. A lot of these people that you see, they got it figured out how to get up here and get these books written and get this content going and counsel these people. And they got all this spirituality about them. They might have this degree and that degree, and they done help this person do this and that and save this person's life. And when they go home, they can't even get along with their own kids. They can't even get along with their own family members. Their family members see them as an evil person that they can't even talk to, but they out here saving the public and all this and that. Then you look at the lady that passed away that said, her kids said that the lady that was going around helping the homeless, washing their hair, feeding them and all this and that. I mean, she got so much media, internet attention until the celebrities were backing her and giving her funding to help her with the homeless. Her kids did not, she said it, her children did not understand how the public could see her as an angel, but she said when they were little, she had a short temper. She didn't have money for them, and she was clubbing and all this and that. People are speculating allegedly that whoever took her out, it could have been one of those kids, because one of the children died like when she was younger, suspiciously died or whatever. And the other children, they didn't forgive their mom. They had something against her or whatever. I don't know if she ever got it right, but some things you can never get right. But I know one thing, you can try, and it still might not get right. But honey, if I'm sitting up here, I know me. I do not like. I knew that before I wanted to go out here and become a public figure, where I'm saving the world and getting it right with other people on it. I better get it right at home first. It starts at home. I seen it before. You people be out here doing all this charity work and all this pastoring and all this saving lives and all this nonprofit, and you ain't got it right at home. It might be your your it might be your children that'll take your ass out, and you can't get mad because you didn't get it right with them, and you sit up here and they play in these people's faces. I seen these parents that don't take care of their kids, but they get up here and collect donations all up on the internet, connecting millions of dollars, but their kids is hungry. Their child got mental issues. The child need mentorship. The child need care. The child need a place to stay. The child struggling to get. That's when them children come to get you. You better be careful. You better get it right at home. You might can't go back and fix. This is for somebody. This is gonna go over somebody's head. Honey, these children, they will take your motherfucking ass out. You play with these kids like, see, they had us like little slaves. They had our generation like little slaves and stuff. And our generation still was popping off. Some of them still was popping off. But those people treated us bad. We were a lot of the other that generation was latchkey kids. The parents worked all the time. I had my grandma, I had my nana, and I'm grateful that I had my nana. Because had I not had her, I would be a real monster. I would not be able to tame the beast. I sure wouldn't. But I'm grateful for her. But honey, they would tell our generation to, well, I'm taking care of you and I'm providing for you and I feed you and clothe you, and they won't never really round us. They was always at work. We ain't see our daddies really. We ain't really see if you had somebody that had their daddy around, that was a token. Cause I know I had one friend that daddy was there. I had my uncles and stuff like that. I did. My mom had gotten married, but my mother wasn't married to my dad or whatever. But my mother was real conservative, but she really didn't like men like that anyway. She was into trying to be Miss Independent and working and all that, which you think that's good, but it's boundaries to that too. You can't always think that you don't need nobody. You can do everything yourself, because it's teamwork made the dream work. So, and people like that don't know when to ask for help. They don't know when to go sit down and say, listen, I can't do it no more. I need some help. By the time they realize they need help, everything done crash and burn. And it can't be severed too much. It's too much damage done by the time they realize, well, I need to go and ask for help. Well, yeah, one of my friends that did, it was a couple of our friends that had their dads over there or whatever. But that was just like, we was surprised because none of us had like dads. None of us. We knew who our daddy was. We knew. I won't no like bastard that didn't know who the fuck I come from. But our dads didn't come around like that. We had uncles and stuff like that. But we were raised by mostly women. And my grandmother, she held it down. Like, my grandmother stayed with my grandfather till he died. Like, them women, I guess they had to. Because it wasn't perfect relationships. By no means I'm going to tell you that staying in a marriage or having a man is going to be, that mean that you successful. Because, honey, back then, them men had different families. They was making babies with their brother's wife. They was doing some shit. So I ain't saying, well, my grandmother get an award for staying with my granddad, because I know my grandmama went through shit. Because she would tell me stuff, and I'd be like, oh my God. She would say, listen, you need to watch this one and watch that one, because let me tell you. And I was surprised she was there. I know it bothered her if she remembered it. And it hurt her so bad that she was talking to me about it. I remember being a little girl, she telling me some stuff. But it wasn't derogatory stuff that's R-rated. It was just like, I'm going to tell you, when you grow up, you better watch this and doing that. And she did not lie. My grandmother was warning me about stuff. And come to find out, it wasn't just the one person. These people was actually doing that in a whole fucking group as a generation. The generation was the same. They were doing the same shit. And what really verified what my grandmother said, I lie to you not. My grandmother was born in 1917. She told me this stuff probably like in the 80s and 90s and all that. The 80s, 90s, 2000s, whatever. I was a little girl. So fast forward to 2015. The motherfucker that's the family members to the person that my grandmother told me to watch out for, she verified that she grew up like that. She said, listen, she said, honey, I said, I'm glad I said, I'm glad you wasn't in my generation when I was dating. She was like, she messed with everybody's husband. She said she was so good at messing with women, messing with people's husbands, until the wife be calling the house and she'll be like, he on his way home. She would not leave. I mean, if she wanted your husband, she gonna get him. She gonna get him to cheat. This motherfucker gonna get, it ain't about her looking good. It ain't about none of that. And I don't know if she was good in the bedroom, but she'll get after these married men, and after a while they gonna give in. You know, if you come on, you know, if a woman, even though she might not be all that, he probably got a bad bitch at home. Sometimes they wife, you know, most time the wife look better than the damn woman they messing with. And the wife, even if the wife don't look better, she ain't out here on Instagram and she ain't spreading herself around. She ain't on the internet like that. She just be with him. She ain't fucking around. So even though somebody can look better for arm candy, but I much rather have a motherfucker that can't nobody touch like that. Like, I ain't saying I want a mud duck, but I don't like whores. I ain't even talking about women. Fuck that. Men are whores too. I don't like no man that everybody can be with. I don't like no dirty dick Dan. I don't like that. I never have. I like me a little nutty motherfucker that I like and that turn me on, and I could be like, okay, let's see what we gonna wear today. Let's upgrade you. I mean, because a lot of times when they come along and they already got this swag, and which is cool if they got dick discipline. I don't like the undisciplined dick shit. That's dangerous, because not only can it get you out here fucked up as far as diseases, it's a spiritual attack on that too. And you got a lot of drama with like evil eye with other women. Like if you got a man and he ain't in your face like, oh baby, I love you, blah 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 blah, and you my boo in it, and he tell the other women like, don't fuck with her, you know, that's my main chick, da da da. But he doing her too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe a man gonna do his shit. I do. But it's not what you do, it's how you do. But you got some dirty dick Dans out here that they just be doing too much. Everybody raw dog and just ain't got no kind of dick discipline. And you got motherfuckers mad with you. You got evil eye. You risking your body getting back. It's too much. It's too messy. So I don't like no man just because he look good. If he whorish, I don't fuck him. I never liked no man like that. I never was attracted to no man with a whole bunch of children. But that let me know right there, if he got a baby by this one, that one, the third, he got 5, 6, 7, 8 different babies. What in the fuck you gonna do for me? And when you go run off and disappear, I don't know where to find you at. Like, you could be any minute, mighty mo. This is me as a teenager thinking like that. Because I had this guy, I think he had like 7 or 8 kids. I think he had like about 5 or 6 baby mamas. I'm like, he's like, look, he looked good and all that, so he had it going on downstairs too. So what? He was like, we need to get a place together. I looked at that man, I'm like, for what? What in the fuck we gonna get a place for? I ain't got no drama. You got all this drama going on. They not about to be I'm young, like a teenager. He know I work, I had my own and this and that. He think he gonna get me over there. And I'm gonna be babysitting all them kids. And them baby mamas gonna be popping up on me, putting extra gray hair and making me have bald spots. See, I got all my edges. No, you ain't about to have me over there babysitting all the damn woman kids while y'all still. Look, let me tell you what they'll do. Let me tell y'all. You'll be over there babysitting, playing stepmama, and they slipping off with the bitch after they done talked about her and said she won't about shit. Her breath stank, her pussy stank, it's loose, ain't got no walls. They'll go right behind your back and they'll mess with that woman that they talking about like a dog. They'll mess with that same woman and then come back to you and still be talking about it. They still creeping around on the fucking low. That's how that shit go. I'm telling you. They'll play in your face and have you thinking like, oh, you the one. You're the main chick. Oh, I'm so glad you saved me from these treacherous bitches that I can't stand. And they still fucking them and they getting the head and all this with the same woman they talking about. And they'll have you thinking that you better and that they done found better, but they going right back to Old Faithful. They going right back. They making circles, 360. Right on back. They done got in an argument, so he talking all that shit. But then a month later, they cool now. They cool. You don't know. You thinking he still Look, let me tell you about a man, honey. Let me tell you about these men, folks. You better not never get with no man and think he don't circle back. If he been with that woman, you can look better too. You can have more money. Look, You can look better than her, have all the, you don't gotta have no BBL. You can naturally have the flat stomach and all that. That bitch be a what is it, SpongeBob SquarePants looking bitch. And you like, damn, he was with her? Like, damn, what was he thinking? Bitch might not cook, bitch might not bathe hardly, might be old fucked up bitch when he was down bad. Cause you know the more money they get, and the more sense they get, they'll choose better women, or it might not even be better. Them niggas they're about visuals. You know what I'm saying? It's all about looks. They think this woman is better because she looks better. We know better as women. We know a motherfucker that's all this and that ain't gonna do but certain shit. Most of them ain't humble. They ain't gonna do this and all that. We know a motherfucker that ain't really, a motherfucker get out there and get dirty and work and get their hands dirty. That motherfucker gonna be more humble and do more for you. I can look good. I can add on this and that and look like I done walked off the runway. I can look good. He ain't got to be. I can make him look good. Shit. That's how I always looked at it. That's my thing. Like, he ain't got to be. When I get beside him and I put that razzle dazzle, oh, he gonna look good. Cause I know how to, you know what I'm saying? I put that magic on him, that melanated magic. And you know what I'm saying? When we go, like I was dating somebody years ago, and we went to this event, and my ex seen the person. I was just trying to make my ex mad, so my ex seen him and was like, "Oh, I can't believe you talking to him," because the guy hair was long and it was out that day and it was unkempt. So they was like, "Oh, you Miss Clean Cut," and you got. So when we went to that party, which my ex had his new friend there, or whatever. But honey, we went to that party. They was like, "Oh damn." They was like, "Oh, you done showed up with a younger version of LB Sure. You damn right. I put that razzle dazzle down. You damn motherfucking right. You damn right. You got me fucked up. I know what to do, and I know how to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying. So I'm just going to say that I was telling this guy, like, yo, I can't deal with all that drama, all that baby mama drama. Like, I don't even think we're going to be hooking up, like hanging out, because I'm not laying down with no fleas and getting up. I don't know if I got pregnant by somebody with that many kids, what he can't, they can't, I mean, even if they got an NFL I done been around all kinds of NFL, no, do the NFL. I done been around, I done had NBA trying to holler at me. And what is the Charlotte Hornets? What is that? I ain't no big sports fan, but I was in the area of where they was, and they be trying to holler, not just like, they be like stalking. Them damn athletes a trip. But anyway, I'm just going to say, even if he got a contract, that's a lot. What if he get an injury? What if he lose his endorsements? How in the fuck he gonna take care? See, I be thinking ahead. I don't just think about a moment, honey. I be thinking long down the road and all this and that. But anyway, I ain't with all that whorish man stuff. I don't want no man that's just be out here community dick. And if I fell in love with somebody like that, it's a way that you can train yourself. You're gonna love that person even if you're not with them, but you can train yourself that even if I love somebody, it's too dangerous for me to be in that situation. And I have to train myself and discipline myself to stay away. You can't let your emotions overtake you. And you can't go out here angry with the last person and making permanent life decisions because you're trying to get back and angry at the last person, because you're going to run into some evil stuff. You're going to run into some downfalls by not getting to yourself and healing and taking your time and being ready to go into something new. Because you taking the energy from that past relationship, you taking that into a new relationship, and that'll be your downfall. Yep. That'll be your downfall. Or you either like, oh, I'm going to prove this to this person. I'm going to prove that I can get a better man. I'm going to prove that I can get a better... Man, you be done met the devil out here, I'm telling you. Because you ain't got the right intentions. Even though you've been wrong. Like somebody, it's bad. They going to get theirs. Whoever it is, it might be a woman, a man, your family member, your child, your husband, your best friend, whoever, your boss, whatever. Whoever wronged you, it's wrong what they did. It's not fair. Yeah, you want to fuck them up. Some people you do want to take out. I ain't even going to sit here and lie. It's been times when motherfuckers done fucked around with me so bad, I be like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking do it today. I don't care. I'll just turn myself in. I worry about the fucking consequence. I've been there. I've been there. Since you want to hear some tea, I've been at that breaking point where I be like, you know what, man, I'm gonna ride out today. Fuck all this. Like, I'm riding out. I'm going on out. I'm going out like on some set it off shit. But at the same time, you have to think, like, is it really, like, is it, yeah, it's worth, it feel like it's worth it right then when you angry and that ego and them emotions. It feel at that point that it's worth it. But if you really sit there and you take a deep breath and you really think about it, and you might gotta cry. You know what I'm saying? You might gotta get to yourself, go buy a moving body of water or something and cry, because people will fuck with you and they will test you. And it ain't been recent. This I'm talking about years ago and stuff. I was yeah. I was like, I'm gonna ride on it because I will travel. Like, I'll travel. I'm a traveler. I'll fly. I'll catch a boat. I've been on boats and trains and planes and automobiles. I done drove 24 hours one time to graduate. I had to do a graduation thing, which I'm about my, I always was about my education too. I'm a what you person with street sense and book sense. I balance it all out, and spiritual sense. So yeah. So I'm a 360 type individual, So I was like, yeah, I'm a ride on this. Since they think they got away from me, they ain't got away far enough and still fucking with me. So I rode on them. I rode on them. I drove all the way where they was at. And they didn't know that I was right there looking at them. And they, really, I didn't do nothing to them, but I did. But I didn't do it in a way where I was going to get myself in trouble. I handled it in a legal way. I handled it legally. And I'm surprised because it's been times when this same individuals has tested me in times past. And I ain't even going to lie. I could have been in some damn trouble if it weren't for my ancestors. Because, honey, I'm like, I told you to leave me alone. I done told you. You done got what you needed to get. I done all I could do. And I'm tired and I'm at the breaking point. Will you please leave me alone? They still want to play. And then, the Jolly Green. Then when I turn green, turn to Incredible Hulk. And that demon come out. Then they like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, no, motherfucker, this is the old me. I had to go through a lot of transformation to get hold of my temper. And I'm glad we did not have the internet like we had now, because I would have been viral. I'm so glad, honey. I don't went viral for some shit I won't plan to go fucking with this motherfucker. But, all said and done, later on when we, matured and we talk, you know what they gonna tell me? I love it when you used to go off. It just turned me on. I was like, are you serious? I could have been in jail and hell, and you sitting up here and talking about you enjoyed it. Well, I'm like, you won't get that rise out of me, honey, because I done got a hold of myself now. Like, I have went within me, and the things, see, it be a lot of, you be expecting people you expect too much out of people. Like, we expect these people, even our friends, even our family members, even our lovers or whatever, our wives, our husbands, our jobs, our bosses, our business partners. We be expecting too much out of these people. And it. In that book, it told us. Now, I ain't saying that's all God's words, but you can chew the meat and spit out the bone if you want to. But it's got a lot of, it say don't throw your Bibles away, because we got to judge the them with the Bible. So I don't throw my baby out with the bathwater. It says put your trust in no man. You don't put and I'm going to go further than that. Just say never to put your trust in a man. And it ain't just talking about man. It's talking about man and talking about people in general. You don't put your trust in nobody to think that they 100 solid and they ain't going to never change. People change all the time like the weather. It's seasons to everything. Somebody might like you in 2019. They might like you in 2019, but then when it's 2026, they can't stand you no more. They might not, and that could be your child, that could be your damn wife, your husband, that could be your boss, that could be your mom. It's parents that don't like their kids. They love them, and it's parents that don't even love they hate their kids. It's parents out here that wish a motherfucker would have been there, left this earth a long. You think, and you got parents that they had you. You thinking like, oh, one day this gonna change. They're gonna tell me they love me. That motherfucker, They don't even love themselves. They been MK Ultra. Some of your parents have been used as a weapon against you. They've been MK Ultra and all kind of stuff. I'm telling you. I'm telling you not what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. You got some parents out here, their only assignment was to birth you out and for you to go through a lot of hard tests and see if you're going to crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out with it, get with it, crash out. And because you have not crashed out, they look at you like you ain't shit. Like, oh, they don't like that because they've been programmed that way. Don't take it personal. Listen, we have bloodlines in us that's all mixed up with the dragon and the reptilian and the damn this and the damn that because they infiltrated the bloodline. So sometimes with the angels, the demons, and the this and the that and the duh. So sometimes when we come into this world, we take contracts on to be the good guy or the bad guy. And it ain't even no such thing as good or bad in the spiritual world. But we take contracts on to be benevolent, or what is it, the other one that start with an M, benevolent or magnificent or something like that. So sometimes they sign up to be what we call in this realm the bad guy. And that's all their job is to destroy motherfuckers. And all their job is to get somebody to act like them when they die. They want to imprint. Like those, like you look at all the movies and all this and that. Their job is to imprint on the children or somebody that they can influence to pass that shit down because they don't want to die. Those disembodied creatures and shit. The flood motherfuckers when they killed when they flooded. It was more than one flood. And the water won't coming from that water was coming from up. And it won't no damn ship like they talking about a regular. It was a spaceship. But listen, those disembodied creatures, they want to live on. Those energies from the flood and shit. When them people were doing all that and they had to destroy the rounds and the motherfucker was doing all that, how you think they in your family too? That's why you got you got motherfuckers in the family that molest kids. You got a motherfucker in the family that sleep with their damn family members. Or not, and the family member might not be willing. And you got brothers, look, you got older brothers and families that sleep with the fucking little brother. The little brother don't know no better, cause he's a little boy. So they sleep with brothers. You got sisters in the damn family that sleep with their little sisters and molest them. You got family members that commit incest. They be lovers until they get. You got family members that's killing each other, and it's not just our people or certain colors. This is all throughout, but everybody want to act like it's always a white man. Honey, it won't no white people here they just been here not long ago. We made, and a lot of them was created. They ain't been here as long as you think. All the people upon the face of the earth was melanated people, and all them melanated motherfuckers want good people. I ain't saying they all was bad, but I'm saying it was no people. We were all melanated on this face of this earth, and we created everything, all the fucking technology. The reason why shit going on like it's going on, and the women were here first. So now we looking at each other. A lot of us ain't got no $1 million. We ain't even got $500,000. Our house might be valued at what? Our houses might be, that's what they look at when they look at your net worth. Our house might be valued at $300,000, and the higher end is $500,000. You know, when you go up to like Maryland and them places like New York and places like that, you know, the property values is up like 500,000 up. But in the South, you know, you looking at the value of 200,000 to 300,000. Maybe in the upper realm, you might get up to 4 or something like that. But mostly $350,000 our house values and stuff like that. And if you got like some duplexes and this and that, that's like, you know, maybe a few $100,000 too. That's depending on the location, you know, range of 150,000 or whatever. But anyway, they looking at that as your net worth and all that too. And if you have like a corporation or LLC and all that, and your assets that they can look at and see your IRAs and your 401ks. They look at that as it's not money that you got in your pocket when they say, oh, you worth $3 million. They can't just go and pull that out. That's their property value and all that other stuff. You know, They don't just have that money in their pocket. So that's you got to look at it. But yeah, what I want to say is we were here first. A lot of melanated people was all over. The other people came later on. So the people that was committing all the crazy good shit in the it was people that looked like melanated people. So when we think now, like, okay, what were we doing back then that we doing now? The reason why we failed because we wasn't fucking getting along with each other. We was fussing and fighting and carrying on and warring against each other. And we want the same group because this, they got like the Dirty Moors, the Conquistadors. They say they came over to the Americas and infiltrated in our bloodlines and shit. Those motherfuckers was doing the vampire shit and all that, sacrificing the kids and all that. They got kicked out of Europe because the children was going missing. Yeah, they look like us, but they're not the same people. A lot of them people came over here and tricked us, and they knew the secrets. Like, who in the hell knows? You got to think about this. You're like, oh, the white man did the white man is a puppet that the black nobility uses. How in the fuck did they know all our weaknesses? How did they know how to weaken us? Because we were like the Avatar movie. We were like the Avatar movie. That's talking about us, because before we got oxidated like this, we were like blue. So who in the fuck knew what had to be people that was like us to know. We giving them white people or whatever, the European, we giving them too much. When I say Europeans, it's no such thing as Europe anyway. It was Europea, and that's Asia. They made it into Europe, but that's really Asian. And the original Asians were black people, were melanated. The original Asiatic people were melanated people. So, I don't know. I'm just saying. So, what I'm saying now, we have to be holding each other accountable. We cannot be like, oh, well, I don't know why this is happening to me. But we done some shit. Anytime you find civilizations at each turn of the centuries and so many thousands and thousands of years, they rise and they fall. They rise and they fall. Everybody we got to the point where we done everything. We done created everything. We done did everything, invented everything. We done civilized people, taught people how to walk and bathe. If we hadn't given these people the knowledge, we'd really be fucked. Think about it. If they doing this debauchery, they doing that, those people that we created, those people that we civilized, those people that we taught how to bathe, those people that we taught how to wash and gave science and geometry and all that too, had we not, like Bobby Hemmings said, had we not given them what we gave them, we probably wouldn't even exist now. We probably wouldn't exist. And if you look at the hieroglyphs and stop thinking that everything started over there in Egypt, well, that's not Egypt, that's Africa. That's part of Africa. It ain't no such thing as no damn Middle East. And those people that was over there in Palestine, when you look back in the 1940s, them people were darker than me. They always doing a psyop replacing people. Like over in Egypt, them people is not the original people. The original people are not nowhere. Even over there in Australia, they are not the original people. You gotta listen. You don't know this. Even that's why I don't get upset with the people over here that think they are the Indians. Those brown people from Siberia, the $5 Indians, they don't know. And I have did my interviews with a lot of white people from the area that I'm from. They don't know the truth of history. They don't know. They think that they really think they are the original people. They think they are the people that was already there. They don't know that they came over here and they was used as a psyop to steal the melanated people land. They don't know this stuff. So you can't be mad with these people because they've been brainwashed to think that black people and so-called African-American people came on slave ships. The Africans know we didn't come from over there, but they make money when they say, welcome home, my brother. Welcome to the diaspora, my brother. They making money off that shit. Matter of fact, I know. I got friends I ain't gonna say they friends. I ain't going over there. I ain't going over there to live because I've been seeing that when the black women go over there and you single and shit, them motherfuckers ain't living long. They dying because they don't like no black. They don't like no independent African American women. They might come over here and fuck with you and marry you and all that. But when you go to their country, they don't like that shit. They don't like it when you got a business. Them men over there, they do not like it when you a woman and you prospering without a man. I'm telling you. I don't give a damn how, and you gonna get scammed and ripped off and all that. Them people got so many. See, you think this is a trip over here in America? Man, they got so many secret societies over there. You ain't getting in. Yeah, you might pay and pay and pay and pay. Man, this man told me, he said, look, yeah, come over here and start a business, but you ain't got to live over here. Just come. I said, I ain't living over there. I'll start a business, but I don't even want to go through that. I don't even want to go through that headache because I ain't got time for it. I ain't got the time. If I had somebody that I knew, I ain't doing it. I got to check on my stuff. He said he do know that we not from Africa, but that's a thing where they do it. They get paid. The government all in on it too, telling us to welcome back home, and them tests done been debunked a long time ago. I don't know why ISO Speed over there, they got him traveling around. That's what they did to Castanet before they shattered him or whatever they did to him, went up in his asshole or whatever to make him say he losing. Now look at him. ISO Speed going through the same ritual. It look like they go around the Africa and connect with all that. Man, that place name ain't that Africa. That's not what they even call it. Them people is not that. They not old. This place over here, America, is what I'm trying to say. America is where it started at. This is ancient Kemet. The Mississippi River is the Nile River. They use everywhere else. We are the oldest. We are the ancients. It's more mounds and pyramids here. And look at the weather climate in all these different states, which that's a lie. Because when you go back and research and look at the different tribes, the original indigenous tribes that own these lands, man, my tribe ran from all the way up into the Appalachian Mountains. I'm talking about running all the way up on the other side of fucking Tennessee and all that, on down to Lumberton, North Carolina, all through the Pamlico Sound, all through the Roanoke and all. Dick, can you hear me now? What about now? Let me see. I don't know. Okay, thank you. So, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying that I used to be in fear of, like, oh, what's gonna happen when this happened with the government, or what's gonna happen when them dragons can wake up, they can nuke this shit, they can do what they want, cause I know I'm immortal. All I'm gonna do is transform into another form of myself. I know this is only tip. I ain't in fear. When I first moved where I'm at, I had a lot of I ain't even gonna hold you. I had a lot of anxiety. It was a culture shock. It was a culture shock. And sometimes I even went back home for like a few months. I did. I went back home for like shit 6 months. But it was a culture shock because I'm just I was I was comfortable. I was fucking comfortable. I was very comfortable. I knew how to play that game. I already had that game hacked or whatever. I was very comfortable, even though I might complain or whatever. But I'm a very, very family orientated person. I'm very, I'm like I'm like, I guess, a mama's daddy's girl. If I could have been that, I'm a very family. I just be family. I would rather have a family business, and I be around my mama, daddy all the time. And the girl, I was always kind of like that. But that ain't what I signed up for. That's not what I signed up for. But that's me, with my council placements and stuff. But it didn't work out like that. And I'm glad when I think about it, because I'm like, yeah, this ain't been an easy road. And I didn't get to be the cuddly, because I'm so misunderstood, but I get it. I get it. I was so sensitive, and I put on a front a lot of times. I put on a front of like, oh well, I'm tough, I'm Billy Badass, nobody can hurt me. But really on the inside, I just wanted to be loved. I just wanted to be understood. I just wanted to be looked at as like, I'm growing up. I'm getting big. I'm getting the breasts. I'm developing into a woman, but I'm still your baby. I'm still that baby. I'm still that baby. I'm still your baby. Look at me. See me for the baby that I am. I still need your love. I still need that, I still need that love, you know. But I didn't get understood like that. I was looked at in ways that, and it wasn't necessarily that I was a bad person, but it was people. I realized it was people dealing with their own demons that they couldn't fight, and they couldn't win the battle on. So the deflection came out on me because of what they were dealing with from within. And as a child and a teenager, you going from being a teenager, preteen, and all them chemicals going off, you'll tend to think like, what's wrong with me? Am I that unlovable? What did I do wrong? And you'll question, am I supposed to be here? Like, cause that's a lot for a child coming into being a teenager to go through, not only dealing with adolescence and all that, but you dealing with questioning the loyalty and love of your parent. Like, that's some shit. Like, and all you want is to be loved and cuddled and held and da da da. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a big baby now, like, to a certain point. But guess what? I have learned to regulate my nervous system. I learned that if I sit here and wait and hold my breath, I'm gonna be dead, and motherfuckers gonna, well, we gonna have, yeah, your life goes on. If it ain't nobody gonna care. I know my sound probably gone. I know it's probably gone again because some people keep calling me. I done told them, don't call me, text me. Don't even call me. Because it must be something that I need to say. It must be something because they keep calling me. Leave me the hell alone. Leave me the hell alone. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about whoever the people keep calling me. Leave me alone. Just text me, okay? It's not that important. I don't give a damn anymore. I don't give a damn about this or that. This shit gonna come. I'm not being in this loop no more. I'm not. If you stay in this loop in this cycle, this shit'll continue on and on until you die. I want something different. I don't want to be. I'm creating my own fucking time. I'm creating my own timelines. I hope you can hear me. I'm creating my own timelines. I'm not gonna sit here and read a book that they wrote for me. I'm gonna write my own shit. And I ain't talking about physically. I'm talking about as far as my imprint on this life and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? For instance, when I moved to the area that I'm in, I had to do a lot of spiritual work. I do a lot of grounding and I do a lot of, connecting to the divine. It was nothing like this when I first moved here. It was, whoa, like the energy was off. Like it was fucked up. Like pretty much like energy wise, it wasn't my cup of tea, but I had to do a lot of work. I had to do a lot of meditating, a lot of grounding, even walking around in the area and stuff like that. Honey, fast forward, I'm talking about, and it wasn't easy. It was something else. Fast forward, it's my frequency. You can change. You can change the energy by how you connect to yourself within. And it was times when I was like, why in the hell am I here? Like, why? I mean, it ain't as bad as I'm making it sound, because there's some good points to it. I love the weather. I love the weather. I love the convenience. There's some things that I like about it. But it was just a culture shock. I'm like, why the hell am I at this? Why? And you know what? As I grounded and started talking to spirit, even sometimes when I'm by the tree, look, the tree will talk to me. People used to think I'm crazy. But you know what? I got a confirmation on that. People would think I'm crazy, and I'd be like, I'd be talking to the trees. They be looking at me on years ago. I'd be in the woods with the trees. They be looking at me like I'm crazy. Don't you know the government told these people when they tracking in the woods? The government now, this is like the military. They thought I was crazy. Cause I be like, I know they be watching me, because I've seen them helicopters. Not lately, but if I am, I don't give a look. I don't even give a. I'm not in fear. And I used to be a scary person, and nobody knew it though. I be in the woods. I be connecting with them trees. Honey, them trees is powerful. So I got a confirmation. I be out there talking about how I talk to the trees. I be telling the young folks and stuff around me. They be looking at me, cutting their eyes. So I got a confirmation like about a year or so ago when the military came out and told these people, like when they tracking people in the woods, said when you go to the trees will tell you how to track where they at. Said a tree. Now they know this shit, the military, but I'm crazy. I'm crazy though when I'm up here doing all this, beating on my body, learning the qigong and I'm gonna tell you something else too. This gonna blow your mind. I'm up here beating on myself and all this. I'm on the trees and I'm out there doing my meditations. You can look up here. You can look through my old videos. I'm out there by the trees and stuff. The military said when you tracking somebody in the woods, this special forces said this is what special force. This now I be looking at stuff. Said when you tracking somebody, you trying to find a path or trying to find somebody in the woods, go to the trees. The trees will talk to you and tell you. So my sun goddess ain't all woody the Lulu crazy, cause they do talk to you. Yeah, that's good. How you doing, Ultra Instinct? How you doing, Serene? Everybody. Yeah, they do. They would talk to me, honey. They would talk to me and said, the trees was like, you know what? I know you don't understand what you're doing, but you're here for a reason. You chose to be in this location at this point in time. And a lot of things that would happen to this area is not happening because of you. And I was like, I ain't got no smoke like that. I ain't got no weight. I was like, I ain't got no weight like that, dude. I ain't got no weight. That the spirit was like, yeah. By you connecting to the earth and stuff like that, and you are actually healing it. You healing this area. Not only are you healing the area, but you are preventing some stuff too. And I'm like, well, why do I be pissed off? I'd be like, these people act like they don't give a damn. Why do they deserve that? Like, what have they done? So it's like, well, it's not all the time what it looked like. It's spiritual. Like, you never know. Like, these people, not everybody, but some of them that got on my nerves, I was like, look, the spirit was the tree, and the spirit was like, I want you to reflect on yourself. Like, think about where you would have been if you wouldn't have been working on your, like, this is for you to look at this in like you know how you seeing something in slow motion, like, not saying that I would have actually been like out of my mind or didn't care about life, but just I had a neighbor that was like, don't see her, like, she don't, none of her kids mess with her. Like, she's gone now. She matter the people that was like really fucking with me, they gone. They all gone now. Like, and I thought I'd be gone, but they gone before I was gone. They gone. So she was like, not her kids would not come around her at all. I never see her children like on no holidays or nothing. She said, well, one of my kids just got in an accident, and because my children be like, I be too friendly sometimes, which I'm not friendly. I just want to know who living around. I'm used to living like, I'm not used to living close to nobody. I'm really not. I'm used to being to myself, sort of. Like I'm mostly used to being in like houses. I've been in townhouses or whatever, but I didn't realize when I moved here that the apartments were so close to the townhouses. So that kind of threw me for a loop, because I'm like, I don't like being this close. I know this gonna be some shit. But it was a test. I needed that, because I'm not good. I'm very isolated. Like, I'm very fucking isolated. I'm very off the grid. I was isolating myself from people. Like, and I know I'm gonna have to interact more, because I'm an introvert and extrovert. I'm both of them. So what happened was, she was telling me about how she being haunted in the house, and I was trying to help her, and I was trying to get her some spiritual like food. But I noticed she just want to take the meat and spit it. And she didn't want to do nothing with her. She didn't want to do the work. She just wanted to, how people do. Like, our people will sit there and be like, I'm gonna learn how to do these rituals and these spells, because a motherfucker fuck with me. Then I'm gonna put this thing on them and do some witchcraft on them. That's not what it's for. That's not what you don't learn spirituality stuff and learn how to protect yourself and all this and that for you to be getting back at your enemies. And now if they come for you and you need to protect yourself, that's different. You really ain't even gotta do the whole lot. You just you get I mean, you ain't gotta cut no chickens up and sacrifice no goats and all that. And especially now. Now, I ain't saying I ain't saying that. I ain't judging. I ain't saying that those Yoruba and all them because I know a lot of religions like the Santeria and all that, they call for sacrifice and stuff. I ain't saying that it didn't work in the past. I ain't saying that it's a sin and all this and that, the animal, because they even talk about animal sacrifice in the Old Testament and stuff like that. But I'm saying, with this energy now, it's done went to another realm. You ain't gotta be doing, and you don't supposed to be like, you do not supposed to be, everybody not called for this walk. This is not nothing to play with, because this is a transformation, an alchemization of you becoming an alchemist. I used to always want to look for that book that Will Smith would always talk about, called The Alchemist. I didn't know what it meant, because I was like, if I can read that book, I can get some, because I was always trying to figure out how certain people think, because I'm a psychology freak or major. But anyway, I was just trying to figure out, like, what did he get out of that book? So this walk is not about you trying to be the most powerful wizard you can be, or a witch or warlock or whatever you call it. It ain't about that. That's what the problem is. We abuse power. That's why a lot of us are where we at. That's why the society is where it's at now. That's why a lot of people is losing power. That's why they falling. The structures are falling, because our power has been abused. If I know something that you don't know and I use it against you, that's fucking manipulation. And just because I put it out in the movies, and just because I put it out as symbolism, which they use symbolism that they should not be using, those symbols are not their symbols to be using anyway. We sit up here and say this is evil. Do you know that don't mean what they use it for? That's ancient. That's the sick. When we see them throwing up the pyramids and all that, how can you say that that's evil when that's ancient? That's that shit that they don't. Okay, if I take this Capri Sun right now, and I say that, okay, this is mean the devil is drink. This is the devil. This is the devil drink right here, and I'm gonna keep right on up here. And I become famous, and I'm like, I'm sipping on my gold juice. This is Satan drink. This Satan. And I keep putting it out there, right? And I'm popular, and everybody following me. And I'm like, oh, this is the gold drink. The devil, when I drink this, I connect to Satan. After a while, everybody going to be thinking that's true. That don't mean that's true, though. But if you going to believe it, you say, damn, all our symbols. I use them damn symbols. You can sit here and say, oh, I use my symbols. I make my own symbols myself. I make my sigils, my symbols. Uh, when I was deep shit. You better know what that means, and you put your own meaning to them symbols. Yeah, I could sit here and create something, and I'd be like, well, when I drink this, I connect to Oshun, because Oshun, yeah, this the Oshun juice. After years and years and years and years, and I'm a person, let's say they put me in a, all they gotta do is say, okay, we're putting her up, my son goddess, she's our philosopher. She's somebody that we go to. Then that's it. That's what they do. That's what they do with their books. That's what they do with his story. That's what they do with everything. They got it where when they put you in a damn section and they say your word is bond, then okay, everybody go to her because that's what it is or whatever. Or if I get a cult going and they say, well, when I drunk that yellow juice, I did connect to Satan. When I drunk that yellow juice, I got a car and a house, and when I drunk that the Oshun juice that my son Goddess said, then boom, motherfuckers gonna believe. And it's all your mind. It's all in what you believe, and you creating this realities and shit. It ain't even about the ritual. It's pretty to get up there. Like, I like doing rituals and stuff like that because I like to have the incense going, and I like to do my smudging, and I like to put on my regalia. Okay, that's cute. And burning my candle, whatever I'm trying. When I'm the black candle in the wee hours for when I'm trying to banish negative energy, and a white candle for balance, and then the different color candle, all of that, right? But it's all within. If I don't have to burn a candle, I don't have to do none of that. All I gotta do is believe, and then I'm gonna go back to the good book. If you believe that this mountain will be removed, and it will be removed and cast into the sea, I done used that. Before I even got into any of this spiritual stuff, I was into religion. I was doing stuff like fasting for a few days, and I would believe something and it would happen. So it ain't about none of that. And it's been times when I didn't have no money to buy all that regalia and shit. I ain't have no money for no Florida water. I didn't have no money for no crystals and all, because I had changed careers and I was fucking broke. I didn't have no money to do none of that shit then. So I believed, and I was tapping in. All I had was sun gazing. Fucking sun gazing. Couldn't buy the flowers. Couldn't buy the rose water. I was making my rose water, but you gotta have the fucking roses to make the right. That shit, it ain't cheap to build them altars. You want to. So I didn't have none of that. I only had myself and nature and the sun, and to go out barefoot and to sit in the. I sat in the sun. I don't know how many days. I sat in the sun and just sun gazed and just connected with the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. And honey, let me tell you, that's powerful. That is powerful. You don't have to have nothing but yourself and nature. I'm telling you, you don't gotta do all this. You don't have to be initiated. Everybody want to be like, well, I learned this a long time ago. You better watch these people in every spectrum. You better watch motherfuckers in this spiritual sector on YouTube. You better watch people that's in the finances and shit trying to tell you how to get money. You better watch everybody. You better watch and try the spirits, because, honey, it's a lot of shit going on still. All this stuff about you gotta be initiated. Listen, how you know, how I'm gonna tell you, how I'm gonna tell you that if you didn't go through my priest or my Santeria or my Yoruba priest and all this, that you ain't this and you you can be initiated just in your bedroom, or if you a homeless person, you can get initiated under a tent or under a bridge. I can't judge who initiated and who ain't, because you didn't go through my system. That's that bringing that religious shit into the spirituality and all this. I know this and I know that and I know more. Age ain't nothing but a fucking number, and so is the years you've been doing this thing. I could be in here 5,000 years doing this shit, and a motherfucker could just be in here 2 years, and they could be more awakened and done more transformative work than that person done in 5,000 or 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. But it don't supposed to be no competition amongst us each, and it's supposed to be respect. I'm not gonna get on your platform and talk to you like I don't have no respect for you. I know, you got a big platform or whatever, or you got people that's listening to you. It's a way for me to conduct and carry myself, even if I don't agree with the things you saying. It's a way to agree to disagree without being disrespectful without having non-effective community. It's a way we need to learn to communicate with each other, even in this sector. I love my people, and I would not sell them out and go to like, oh, I'm gonna sell them out and go to the other sectors and shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you one thing, they go and sell out the black community and the melanated community, but one thing about us, we'll stick with you. We will stick with you. We can be very loyal. Like once you go to them other sectors and stuff, like I would never get big and be like, well, I'm getting these people attention, because I know what's gonna happen. After a while, when you get so big, you gotta bow down and go through that daggone shit that Billy Carson went through and get embarrassed and or sell out or go through that Young Pharaoh shit, going to Apex and all that. I don't gotta do all that. I already know what that is. All that damn Kanye West, Billy Carson, damn Young Pharaoh. I'm not trying to go. I'm not trying to look. Hey, I don't need to be debating no damn body. We know what it is. We know y'all the 13th tribe, all that. I don't got to debate. I'm trying to work on me, and the people that want to hear me, come and hear me. If you don't, just keep on scrolling. I don't want to deal with a lot of people. Like, that's why because I done went through some stuff. I don't want to be dealing and tied up with all these people, because a lot of people going to be falling in this community that you don't think, and people that's tied up with them going, it's going to make them look, you're going to cut your eyes at them too, because they don't have the right intention. It's all about fame and clicks and all. We got to get back to the transparency of having a pure heart, a pure intent, and about transformation. It's about transformation and the light body going to liquid gold. Life, death, rebirth, and transformation. And you ain't got more than I got, and I ain't got more than you got. It's a piece of the pie for all of us if we go within and work on ourselves. Okay? It ain't no competition. All this fussing and bickering back and forth, this one and that, Rashad Jamal, and I don't like it when they get up here and fuss with each other. I really don't like. I don't like it. It's already enough lashback with this community, with all the people that's done made it look bad. So I don't even gotta say them names. With the gotta have more than one wife and all this exploitation. It's like it's agents in here too. Like, it's agents, and people just take the religious stuff and put it in the spirituality thing, and they still doing the same shit because it's too much of not working on themselves. They worrying about becoming famous and money and shit that don't really fucking matter. You need money in this realm or whatever, but it ain't all about that. It ain't all about that. You shouldn't just be motivated about the money and the fame. You might as well be in fucking Hollywood if you're gonna do that in this realm. In the spiritual, you're supposed to be giving these people food to transform their souls, but you worried about popularity and trying to hook up and get some cookies all the time and get some money all the time. It's just crazy. Yeah, you got to be careful in this sector of who you deal with and stuff like that too. Your discernment is key, and how you upgrade your discernment is about going within. It's raining out here. It's about going within, healing. That healing is your damn. Healing is your kryptonite. Healing is your superpower. Your healing of yourself and letting go is your freaking superpower. I'm telling you, if you don't have the candles, and you don't have the damn magic wand, and you don't have the damn voodoo book and all that, let me tell you, your superpower is just connecting to nature, grounding, and going within, working on taking accountability. I had to say, you know what, my shit do. I done had to say this so many times. I done had to go and be like, listen, I wasn't right how I talked to you. I'm trying to this is work right here. This is the work people don't want to do. I have to learn to communicate with you more effectively, because I don't be talking right, and I don't want to do you like they did me. Like, that's how I be talking to people. I don't want to continue to curse. And the curse really is, it ain't that nobody cursed us and because this land is ours. Like, they stole it from us. All this, I ain't wandering around no goddamn where. My people been here. I ain't wandering around looking for no damn. This is heaven. This the promised land right here. They try to turn it into a ghetto trash dump. This is paradise, okay? This is heaven on earth. the Americas. But everybody come here. Look how they leave they shit. Yeah, it's pretty when we go over there and all this and that and stay a few days. We stay too long. They not fucking with us like that. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't got the right kind of money and we stay in their country too long. But this is paradise. They have turned it and they have done their frequency shit and flipped it to make it seem like hell in the ghetto and this. But this was a beautiful place when they came in. This got to be restored back. And that's what's happening there. They're not going to stop them dragons from waking up. They ain't gonna be able to delay it too much longer, and y'all don't need to be in fear because we are immortal. We just gonna transform to another form, and that's why you need to be working on yourself, getting your consciousness right. Because when you die, and that ain't even really death. When you leave this form and go to the next form, you're gonna carry this consciousness with you. That's why you want to work on your heart. You want to work on letting go. You don't want to take this shit. The baggage bag, lady, you gonna miss your buzz carrying all them bags like that. And I was just talking about the men. Y'all, I know that, I'm telling you, I see it a lot where these women better be careful with their sons and their daughters. They've been fucking with us. They've been killing some of our parents and shit. You wonder, like, why in the hell for instance, a seer the Duke of Tears, the sweetest couple, him and his wife, sisters, the Cordoba Organics. Okay, why is it that her dad did her like that? He was military. You gotta watch these military parents, honey. Let me tell you, you better watch these MK Ultra. You better watch the ones that work at some of these factories too. I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna change it. I believe that was a fucking experience. Anyway, how your mama gonna be passed away and your daddy gonna tell you dig your mama up and let that girl as a teenager, a child, just survive on her own like that? Because they got you under an experiment. Most kids would have crashed out. These people, even a Seer the Duke of Tears said it. Y'all go look at his latest video. He got a part 1 and part 2. It's called the Gate Program, the Gate, the Gods, and the Great Estate. Y'all need to look at part 1 and part 2. It's talking about this girl that the mama was a white lady from Texas. The daddy was some African man. Kind of remind you, they was trying to create the biracial child, and they put her through all kind of horrific experiments and stuff. She didn't have, I mean, it was sad. They ended up killing her when she went over to do some experiment in the Vietnam War. But the mama was from Texas, some areas from Texas, and remember the Texas instrument books that they had us reading and all that. Them books was them other books that we were reading was created by Jeffrey Epstein girlfriend, daddy, that they killed him. Ghislaine Maxwell, her daddy was an agent too. They all working. This all the fucking Truman show. This a fucking Truman show. It's all fucking a game, a stage that they playing with the originals. I call us the originals, playing these games. It's all about us. So that's what he's talking about. How they had that girl for an experiment. And he was talking about how when we got these parents that flip out on us as children, and some of our parents pass away, and we left like we abandoned and stuff, it be that them people around you is working. They might not even be getting, they might just say, man, I'm going to fuck these people up for free. Fuck it, I don't need no money. And that bloodline, that wicked bloodline, them disembodied flood people, that them spirits and stuff is in their fucking blood. Because they trying to, it's real, man. It's people not who you think they are. They being controlled. They possessed.